The number of addresses holding Bitcoin hits an all-time high. Next on your 4-Minute Bitcoin. Today's show is from a post by San Lee at Bitcoinist and brought to you by Swan Bitcoin. There are now more active addresses than ever holding Bitcoin. After continuing to grow at a parabolic rate, the total number of non-zero Bitcoin addresses hits an all-time high of 36,896,000 on Friday, according to data from on-chain analytics site Glassnode. This is clearly great news for the Bitcoin market, as Bitcoin hits new monumental highs thanks to crypto and blockchain technology, while becoming increasingly mainstream. Now, with more institutional, corporate, and retail interest in Bitcoin than ever before, it's only a matter of time before new highs are set. However, does this necessarily equate to a bullish signal? That's the question. At the peak of Bitcoin's last bull run, there were a total of 28 million active non-zero Bitcoin addresses. When Bitcoin's price dropped from then highs of $19,000 to $6,000, well, that number sharply decreased by nearly 7 million, or 25%. But strangely enough, there's been no clear correlation between the two variables since then. Now, when Bitcoin's price levels continue to fluctuate, the number of non-zero addresses, well, they only continue to grow steadily. Furthermore, when Bitcoin plummeted 50% on March 12, 2020, the total number of non-zero addresses actually increased. A key difference between the two examined time periods is that, well, fundamentally, Bitcoin is no longer just a niche investment. The number of Bitcoin ATMs around the world increased by 750% since 2018, according to Statista. This year alone, fintech giant Square and PayPal began facilitating Bitcoin payments, with major corporations such as Microsoft accepting Bitcoin as a valid form of payment. Historical data indicates the number of non-zero addresses was no longer a dependent variable of Bitcoin's price action since late 2017 and early 2018. As such, we conclude that an increase in total addresses will not directly equate to Bitcoin rallying. Still, a strong growth in the number of wallets suggests that Bitcoin has much more room to grow. So what do you think? Please, as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. In this episode, was brought to you by Swan Bitcoin. Now, Swan Bitcoin allows you to buy Bitcoin with dollar cost averaging, and you can buy as little as $10 worth of Bitcoin at a time. I'm an advisor to Swan and even own a small piece of the company. So you know I'm going to like what they do or actually love what they do. So if you use the link, swanbitcoin.com/Gary, you can receive $10 worth of Bitcoin free. So take a look at swanbitcoin.com/Gary today and see what I'm talking about. Thanks for joining me on another 4-Minute Bitcoin. I'm Gary Leland, the Bitcoin Boomer. Hope to see you tomorrow. This is a BitBlockBoom.com production.